What's up, guys? Chris here, and most of my commentaries have been, you know, all fun and games. So, I wanted to do sort of a more serious commentary. Recently, May 19th, May 19th, yeah, wa- was probably not the best day for me. Definitely not the best day, cause that's the day that my grandmother was murdered, and pretty much, it's been about half a month since it happened, and I decided, you guys should know what's been going on in my life, and I'm finally ready to talk about it. It's pretty much what happened. That was on. I'll just start on. It was on a Wednesday. This was on a Wednesday. I go over there on May 18th, Wednesday afternoon. I go over there to eat dinner because she invited me over. Let's go back earlier than that. Back to when I was like 7. I'm 15 now, but back to when I was like 7. I used to go over to her house all the time to watch TV because I did not have cable and I didn't have the internet. So she had both. So I went over there to watch TV whenever a show that I liked was on. And when I was over there, I would eat. She made the best food, like hands down the best food I've ever had in my life. It's making me hungry just talking about it. But yeah. So I would go over there, and then eventually, maybe 3 years ago, I got cable at my house. So I stopped going over there as much as I did, but she still had the internet, so I went over there, and I would go over there every day, to get on Facebook, get on YouTube. This is back when I wasn't like making a channel. I didn't have a channel where I was uploading videos. I get on Facebook and on YouTube, it's normal stuff. Then about maybe September, September, October last year, I bought a laptop, got internet at my house. So since then, I pretty much stopped going over to her house. What? Fuck, yawn. But from about maybe September to now, I went over to her house a total of maybe 10 times. And she lives right next to me, which is the sad part. But, so yeah, I went over there Wednesday, May 18th, the day before she passed. And I had dinner there because she asked me if I was hungry, and I was like, yeah, sure. So I went over there to eat, and it was, again, great food. And I didn't finish it all because I was hungry, but I wasn't that hungry. So I remember leaving. I was in the I don't really know what's called, the dining room, sort of. I don't know. Like her living room, dining room is like connected. Like it's all just like one big room. So I was in there eating, and she was in the kitchen eating. And so when I was done, I went over. I went to the kitchen, tell her I was leaving, and I was like, it was really good, and I can't wait to do it again. And she was like, thank you for coming over, and I was like, yeah, anytime. So then I left. Like I said goodbye, like when I was in the kitchen, but usually I would say goodbye like right before I left. Like right when I was at the door, I would say bye again, and I didn't do that because I was listening to my iPod, so I didn't say goodbye. Like I said goodbye when I was in the kitchen with her, but I didn't say goodbye when I was like leaving. And so anyway, I just went on through my day, like nothing bad ever happened. But turns out I knew she was going somewhere like later that day, later Wednesday, and she was talking about, So so apparently when she was leaving that place, she was abducted by 3 people who pretty much stole her money, stole her purse, stole her money, stole her credit cards and all that, put her in the trunk and of her own car and set it on fire. Yeah. So you know, that happened Wednesday night, like sort of a Wednesday night, Thursday morning sort of thing. But yeah, we actually um yeah, it's just it's a fucked up situation, but yeah, I just lost my train of thought. Pretty much, I remember when, even from the time, ever since she lived next to me, she was 85, so like even though she was 85, she would leave, like she would just go everywhere, like every day. There was not one day where she would stay home. Every day she was up and moving, running and gunning, shaking and baking, moving and grooving, pedal to the metal, and that's just how she was. That's how she lived her life. And I remember she would go to the store like every week, go to the grocery store every week to stock up on food, and she she loved to eat. Her refrigerator was literally filled with food. You couldn't fit another thing in there unless she ate it. So I remember she would used to call me to help her bring in the groceries. I would be playing Black Ops, I would be playing Xbox, some stupid thing. I'd be watching a movie, and I would complain. I'd be like, "Oh, come on, why do I have to do it?" Because her daughter lives with her as well. So I was like, "Why can't you make her do it?" And she's like, "She's on the computer. She's like sleeping or something like that." And then deep down inside, like I love my aunt, but I was like, "Wake her the fuck up and make her do it." But yeah, so eventually I would be like, all right, I'll do it. So I would go over there and help her bring in the groceries, and she would usually have like a few things for me to eat, and then that sort of made up for it. But I just remember I used to complain so much when she asked me to do something, and if I could go back, I wouldn't complain. I would kick my own ass for complaining like that. And like really, my friend, he told me before, like this is like 6 months, it's like last summer. His grandmother recently passed away. Like not recently, but like last summer, and that's I guess sort of recently. But he told me like to cherish the moments that you have with your family members because you have no idea when they're gonna go. And at first, I knew what he meant, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Like I'm a lazy bastard, like straight up, and I just couldn't cherish myself. I'm sorry if you can hear my furnace. My furnace just kicked on, but I just I couldn't do it, and now I realize what he meant. I mean, still even now, this happened like 3 weeks ago, pretty much, and even now it just feels like any day she'll call, any day she'll ring my doorbell. She just appear at my door, and it just doesn't feel real. It's like I haven't really broke down. I maybe cried like 3 times, to be honest. Like the first time when I found out it happened, I had like two little mini bitch cries, and then one night I spent the night at her house. It was like 2 nights after I found out it happened. And I was just laying on the floor because I had my uncle was staying there, my aunt that lives there, and my other aunt. They were staying there. I was sleeping on the floor, and all of a sudden it like sort of hit me. Like I was listening to sad music on my iPod, and all of a sudden I just broke down. But like not really anything that I would consider. Well, yeah, I guess you consider that like a real breakdown. So all of a sudden, like really, I've only had one breakdown since this happened, and I find that weird. Like I'm not more, I'm more mad. I'm more pissed off than I am sad. Like I'm sad, obviously, but not more. I'm just more pissed off because I mean, if you have an 85-year-old woman that is still, on the move every day, and and then she just all of a sudden gets taken away from you. That really just pisses me off. Because I know for a fact she had another 10 years left in her. I know it for a fact. And, yeah, every holiday she would talk about, like, whether it be Christmas or Thanksgiving or Easter, she'd be like, this may be my last Christmas. And our family members like, no, that's not true. You're going to live another 10 years. And I truly believe that if those fucking assholes had not murdered her, she would be here for another 10 years. She would be here to see me get married. I'm 15, so straight up, I just thought this would be another change of pace, since I usually, my commentaries are funny and stuff like that. Yeah. So pretty much my lesson for you guys here: if you have a family member that is older, even if they're not older, even if they're a year older than you, cherish the moments you have with them, because they won't be there forever. And like, my outlook on life is just totally different. And really, what I just want to say to you guys: don't make the same mistake I did. I would do anything to have my grandmother back here. I would do anything to have 5 minutes with her, just so I could say goodbye. I'm just happy that we left on good terms. Like, I just wish before I left, I could have, gave her one last hug and, have a proper goodbye. But yeah, guys, so this has been a sort of opening up for me. And, I hope you guys enjoy it, and, leave me what you think, your comments or whatever, in the comment box, and, give this video a like, and, subscribe if you want to, guys. I actually, you know what? Don't subscribe. I really don't care. Do whatever you want, guys. I'm not going to be someone who asks for likes. Like this video if you want to. Don't like it if you want to. And, if you want to subscribe, go ahead. I'm not going to ask you to. But just go ahead and do it, guys. And just please take it from someone who is loved and lost. Just cherish your moments with your family. Someday they won't be there, and that's when it's really going to tear you guys. That's when it's really going to tear you apart. So peace, guys.